Are you posting and praying only to hear crickets from your audience? What if the real reason is that you didn't give them a place to belong? So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about transforming your followers from silent spectators to a thriving community. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Jameela Adams Experience, the podcast that empowers women over 40 to find their voice and to create a business space that it feels like theirs. Today, we're talking about creating a shared space for connection and why your audience needs more than just inspirational posts and cute graphics. They actually need a home, a hub, a space that feels where they can be seen and heard, and a place where they can talk and build each other up. So this is what today's topic is about, is how we can all grow together. Here's the thing. Your audience wants connection. They want to talk to you. They want to talk to each other. That is more importantly what it is. They want to talk to each other. So here's a mistake that I've seen all the time, and actually I'm guilty of doing, and that is building a brand and posting content on a consistent basis. But the problem is that the audience doesn't get it. The connection just seems to fall flat. So the reason why I figured out what this is, reason why it's happening, because there's no shared space, there's no community. And that's the problem. There's no place where they can land, per se. They don't have a living room, a digital living room. So I'm sharing 5 reasons why we need to build and create a space for our audience to grow in and build connection. Along with those reasons, there's going to be solutions to the problem. So problem number 1 is one-sided engagement. Let's be real. When you post content and don't engage with your audience, and trust me, I'm guilty of doing this, your followers just get quiet, and it's frustrating because you really want to grow, but there's nothing to grow from because you haven't planted anything. So the cure is interacting with your audience. It's plain and simple. So the solution is creating a shared space. It could be a Facebook group, it can be a Discord channel, it can be a Zoom hangout. You can do that at least once a month. This is where your audience finds its voice, and this is where they show up consistently. This is where they become invested. So when people feel supported, they feel like they belong, and they just don't show up more often. They bring other people into the mix. So this is how you grow community, not just talking at people, but creating a space for them to talk with you. So the next problem that's keeping us from building community with our audience, and this is another thing, is I've done this, is we're just another brand in the sea of noise. Let's be real here. Our audience is bombarded with messages like ads from influencers, promotions, and all that, and your content gets lost in the noise. So we're shouting for attention, but it's hard to stand out. So here's a solution to that problem. Create a shared space that cuts through the noise. And you have to create an environment where your audience feels special. I mean, like, we all want to feel special, but it's a place where real conversations happen, not just a stream of content, but a place where conversations about your products and services comes into play. It gives a sense of exclusivity, and belonging. So engaged followers will not only show up, but honestly, they will bring their friends because they want them to be a part of it too. So as business owners / entrepreneurs, this is what we have to do to build community. So problem number 3 that we face is we're missing out on valuable information. For example, Cece is a fitness coach who wants to introduce her meal prep courses, and she posts about it, but she never really finds out exactly why people aren't into the course or purchasing it. And the reason is because Cece didn't, let's just say, didn't receive valuable feedback from her current clients. So had she had a place for them to talk about her upcoming course, they would have listened and given her feedback to say, okay, this is something we would do. So that is a solution that you will find in a community space. An audience will share feedback and they will ask questions. So in Cece's interest, it'll be, for her, it'll be in her best interest to have this community space. because people want to feel like they're a part of something. So it also allows you to do real-time testing to improve our offerings. So problem number 4, your growth is stagnant, and I'm guilty of this too. You built a following, but your growth just plateaued. So people aren't sharing your content or bringing new followers. And this is what we want to do as a business owner. We want to bring new followers. So how do we break through this growth barrier? A shared space creates a sense of community. So when we're connected, it turns passive followers into participants. So my shameless plug, in January 2026, I'll be hosting monthly marketing workshops for entrepreneurs, business owners, who just need a refresh on ideas or a place to vent. So in the meantime, you can always catch me on Instagram in the chats. So that's where you can find me. So here's another solution to being stagnant. When your audience is connected, they feel more invested in your brand. So the more they're likely to share in the space, and that will cause the community to grow. And what I find really cool about it is you will find true feedback from all this. So finally, problem number 5, and the solution is, problem number 5 is audience fatigue, and the struggle is real. Your audience is burnt out. Trust me, because I get burnt out on social media and I gotta put it down. But the thing is they're tired of being pitched to, and too much information can be draining. We've all been through it. So what is the solution? You create a space for genuine connection, a platform for casual conversation. So you get a chance to celebrate wins together, you're sharing ideas, you're sharing struggles, and you're offering support. So these interactions help your audience feel connected to your mission. So strengthening their bond with each other also will bring community and strengthen your growth. It's an emotional connection that keeps coming back. So if you're ready to grow and stop standing on the stage alone, build a room where conversations really take place. If you're ready to turn your audience into a thriving community, this is what we're gonna have to do. I know, because I got to do it myself. So whatever I talk about, I'm guilty of doing, and that's why I want to improve, not only for myself, but for you as well. So let's build a community together. Leave a comment below and let's talk about it. You can also hit me up on my website, JameelaAdams@yourservice.com, and we can talk about it more there. But don't wait. You need to connect with the community right now, because I got to do it myself. So I want you to know that your voice matters as well as your audience matters. So my challenge to you, like I said, is to build community, find a platform, and start inviting your audience to do it and be a part of it. So in the meantime, until next week, I want you to be inspired, because life is going to challenge you, and you need to find things that will inspire you to get ahead and to move forward. And be inspiring, because people will see you and they want to be inspired by what you are doing. Be encouraged, because there are a lot of things that can discourage you. And trust me, I'm learning that as a business owner as well. But in the process, you are being encouraging to others because they see you pulling yourself together and finding success. But in all this, I just want you to be you. Remember to be you. And I will check you out next week. Take care.